sports. It's in the game.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, what?
It's the National Football.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Commanders Field. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral. And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
To throw is Daniels. And he rifles one incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Daniels. Airing one out for Crowder. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had three other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought two of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. He's to the 15. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. Interception, it's going to get to you a little bit, but the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened, and that's what we're seeing here.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Daniel's going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A first down carry for Barkley. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Barkley inside handoff. Flashed the stick skills but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Hurts to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Great.
Back to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts escaping the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
To the air goes Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
On the ready.
This offense
Cowboy
finding
80.
its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake. Daniels. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
19 light. Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time.
And now here's another interception. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick-6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And the Washington offense heading out. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz, 50 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. On the move past the 40.
And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Dancing to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can prove ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Quick slant, Dotson.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Going right back to Dotson.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Great.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Great. Set.
Now back to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help, They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. Special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Hey, 73, 73. Delta.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Great, set. Delta.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
73, 73. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Delta.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Throwing is Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set it. Dragon 60. Go.
To throw is Daniels. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
On the go. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Daniels. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ready.
They'll run with Robinson. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Powering his way forward. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. There's a nice move. Stays on his feet. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. Hurts will throw.
And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty, and they convert.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To the air goes Daniels.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Daniels.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Daniels looking to throw. Finding Ertz again.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult...
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Dallas Goedert, 69 yards. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about take.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now at Commanders Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Get it.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Touchdown! Zach Ertz, 33 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Forced out to his left. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how it... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Commanders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Robinson not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. 2nd down, goal to go.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
79 Broncos, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He dumps it off to Barkley.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is intercepted. Picked up by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a 4th quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
They'll have to be careful how they handle this. Throwing is Hurts. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass complete. Goddard.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw again.
And that's going to be incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Here's 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Set, ready, ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise,